Manisha, Priyam, Neerja Chaudhary, senior political analyst and senior journalist respectively. Prakash Javedkar of the BJP, TSR Subramaniam of the former cabinet secretary. We asked the Congress party to send a representative, and this is what they said to us. They said the government has clarified on this. The Congress has nothing to say. In my view, it does reflect something that in the last few weeks of this government, the Congress party has washed its hands off the UPA government, Neerja. They are not even willing to send a representative to talk about the appointment scam. What do you think?
I think, it raises a lot of disquieting questions, this whole episode. Why is Mr. Vasudeva so important to Mr. Moily, number one? Why should Mr. Moily persist that he be appointed despite the CVC not having given its clearance, despite the PESB having recommended somebody else's name? That too on the eve of elections, when there was bound to be greater scrutiny of any controversy like this. I mean, I find it shows an attitude, and then we know ONGC is a cash cow.
Yeah, of course.
Elections are about to take place.
Yeah.
Opposition has been demanding, baying for Mr. Moily's blood.
Yeah.
So, I mean, has the government become so blasé, so much of an we couldn't care less attitude? Are the stakes so high? I mean, these are questions to which answers must come.
Yeah, but
you cannot violate rules of the kind we've been seeing in appointments, establish procedures like this and hope to get away.
Now, I have a letter here which is written to the Prime Minister. So, Prakash Javedkar, my question to you is, I don't know if you've seen this letter. I was talking about it this afternoon. There is a letter written to the Prime Minister on 4th November 2013. And this letter is of Moily, where Moily makes this case for giving this man 1 year's extension. And obviously, the Prime Minister will know. Does the Prime Minister not know that there are 6 vigilance cases against this man? So, the question to you, Prakash Javedkar, is what about the Prime Minister of India, Manmohan Singh? Could an attempt have been made to make a person facing 6 vigilance inquiries the big boss of ONGC without the Prime Minister's tacit or indirect support? Would Moily have gone this far?
No, absolutely not. And in the first place, I must congratulate you for your role as a real watchdog, because in exact time you got it, and immediately in 2 hours, that was an impact. That impact must be recognized. Second important point is that the government has decided to brazen out all norms of governance.
No, right
and
now.
Therefore, you have got just this one case.
Yeah.
I will tell you, the whole appointment of CVC became controversial and had to be nullified by the Supreme Court, because there were cases against him. Still he was appointed CVC despite Sushma Swaraj opposition directly saying what are the objections. So this is how the government is trying and pushing. If you collect last 1 month's appointments on public sector bank director board, on various other public sector units which were remained vacant for nearly more than 15 months, all are filled now.
But
because it is a mad rush for appointments.
No, but this is a huge scam. Why is the BJP not taking it up? If you are aware of what is happening. If you are aware of what is happening.
This government is,
if you are aware of what is happening, why aren't you taking it up more aggressively?
Let us understand that as it is election time and there are so many issues, so many stories coming out. The issue is this government is of the scam, for the scam and by the scam.
But that's again, with respect, Mr. Javedkar, you see, this, I have with me, and I really want to show this paper out here before I come to Manisha, before I come to TSR Subramaniam. Mr. Subramaniam, you've been in government, you've seen these papers. Now, on the 12th of February, the Central Vigilance Commission tells the government that there are 6 pending cases against Vasudeva, right? Take them to their logical conclusion and thereafter approach the commission for clearance with the updated vigilance profile, right? Within that, Immediately after that, this whole, I have also got the sequence of events, the discussion which happens within the government, right? The Petroleum Secretary, who is also due for retirement, he writes in his note that you cannot get vigilance clearance for Vasudeva in the next few days. Here, gentlemen, just see this note. I hope I can hold it clearly. This real government really needs to be exposed. It says, you cannot obtain vigilance clearance for Vasudeva in the next few days. The only alternative is to grant extension to Vasudeva pending vigilance clearance, if the appointment committee of cabinet deems it fit to do so. And then the minister also signs off on it. So the point here is, Mr. Subramaniam, there was a great nervousness going on within the government over the last few days. But they did not. They continued to back Vasudeva, which means if this story had not come out in the press, in the media and on Times Now this afternoon, they would have somehow, you know, made this guy the ONGC chairman for one more year and let the next government or whoever deal with it. Do you?
Arnab, I think I agree entirely with the BJP spokesman that Times Now has done a tremendous job. But then let us look at the larger picture. We are now seeing the consistent pattern that the government of India, which usually had fairly good standards in appointments and postings, has now descended to the level of the lowest states. So in many states where the drop of a hat, favorites are played, etc., this is a terrible case. Because firstly, when the age of retirement was increased to 60, a clear decision was taken, amending the rules, that nobody shall be given extension beyond 60. Exactly. Earlier, extension could have been given up to 60 when the age was 58. Then extensions were made only for the Cabinet Secretary, Home Secretary and Defense Secretary. So number one, I think this goes against the rules. It's unheard of in the last 65 years, even probably in the state government. Anybody with a pending vigilance inquiry is given an extension.
No, but that also, but why, Mr. Subramaniam, I have to take a short break. But you know, the real question comes up here. We have a Prime Minister who doesn't speak, who presents himself as a picture of helplessness, and who is going now out of his office in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whenever after that the government enters the lame duck phase. When I come back, I'm going to ask Manisha and then Neerja and the others also, does Manmohan Singh not care about his own image anymore? Is he allowing this or is he under pressure? We'll talk about that when we come back.